Guys,
we are live.
yes, I'm psyched. Thank you so much for joining us, guys. It's up and running. We've had a wonderful, wonderful chat so far already. If you're brand new to this channel, please smash that subscribe button. Really, really helps us grow the channel. Thank you so, so much for all your support, guys. We're having an absolute ball at the moment. So we talked about the Hidden Galactic Legend requirements with our boy Rexy, Sexy Rexy. Not in the requirements, but kind of needed.
Sneaky, CG. Very sneaky.
Very, very. And then, of course, we're talking about Conquest 10, how important that is. And I agree. I think we need to see some real changes for the positive for Conquest to be a little bit more engaging going forward. I think we both agree with that. So let's get down to our next three topics. Of course, now, I know you're not a fan. Cubs, I know you don't want to talk about this, right? It's not a fun topic to talk about, but I've been reserving my judgment for a couple of weeks now, to be fair. And TW matchmaking, the Territory War matchmaking still, it needs a bit of an adjustment. I've had a look and I've been speaking to some of my friends. This to me is bizarre, okay? I've got a friend who has a 365 mil GP guild, okay? 365, right? They set 49 out of 50 and they got 38 teams to set in a zone, okay? And that's fine. My other friend has a guild 80 million GP less, 283 mil, okay?
Yeah.
Same thing, 49 teams set. 49 joined. He has to set 40 teams. He has to set more teams than the guild with 80 mil GP more than him. Now, that's a problem. I see that being a real issue. The matchmaking, we know, has had an overhaul. We understand that.
Yeah.
But we see these reports, and there's still a lot of them coming thick and fast. We've all heard them. We've all seen them. And there's still a lot of issues as far as the matchmaking situation at the moment, Cubs. And I want your opinion on this, man. I know it's not a popular topic. And CG, I love you guys. You do some amazing work. You know that. But something's not right still, and it needs to be addressed pretty quick, especially now with the new reward structure that you guys have brought in with the Relic 9 material attached to it. We need to clean this up. So, Cubs, what are your thoughts, man, with the matchmaking? We need to talk about this.
I think they need to revert the reward structure because I just don't have confidence that they can get matchmaking right. They've never got matchmaking right for Territory Wars. And I mean, the guild we're going up against right now, I don't actually know the specific numbers. I saw them earlier, but I don't have them in front of me. But they got so screwed against my guild. Like they only cleared one zone. We full cleared them easily. And I'm seeing this a lot. And look, matchmaking it just is what it is. It kind of contributes to how much people care about Territory Wars for the most part, unless you're at the very top. But now with the reward structure and having Relic 9 be emphasized so much on victories and all of that, we just cannot have this. If we're having Territory Wars that are foregone conclusions, like there was no possible route to victory for the guild that my guild just faced. And while obviously as the guild that's coming out on top, I mean, I could selfishly say, well, no big deal for me, but it's not right for any guild to be in that position where before that, and that's the biggest thing I have a problem with is, sometimes there might be a little bit of a mismatch, Heinze, right? But underdogs, there's an underdog, like there's always going to be, somebody's going to have some advantage, but it's possible to find a way to win. It's the battles that are foregone conclusions. Like, you know what? Why even try? Because this is obviously defeat for us, or this is obviously victory for us. It does not matter. And to have those kind of matchups showing up left and right, still after they've adjusted matchmaking, and have guilds getting absolutely screwed out of the most valuable resource in this game right now, it's just fundamentally wrong. And so I think what they need to do is revert the reward structure or adjust how they're doing the rewards, because I just don't have confidence they're going to get matchmaking in a truly fair spot.
Yeah, or even it back up a bit, the reward structure. At the moment, it's all or nothing, isn't it? When it comes to the Relic 9 materials, even it out slightly. Still give an advantage to the winner. Don't get me wrong, but
I don't even think they should do that, though. If they're having these matchups that are foregone conclusions, then there should be no discrepancy. It's not fair. It's
Yeah, I agree. I'm not arguing with you, but I just can't see them rolling it back completely. I'm thinking from a happy
oh no,
medium
I don't
point of
see them
view.
doing it
That's
either.
all I'm saying. Yeah,
I'm just saying what they
I'm
should do.
what they should, but I'm just saying from a
Yeah.
happy medium balance point of view. At the moment, if you win, you get 6. If you lose, you get 1. Now, flick
Such
it
a
to 6 to
big
2, 6 to
discrepancy,
3,
man.
something like that, or 5 to 2. Make it a little bit. If we're going to have these issues with matchmaking that we're going to continue to see, then don't make a huge gulf between the reward structures. That
Yeah.
to me, I think that makes it even worse. And the way that it was before wasn't right. Don't get me wrong. There was only 1 Zeta difference and 1 Omega difference. Let's be honest. That wasn't enough. I get that 100%.
But I didn't. Nobody talked about the reward structure for Territory Wars then, though, because it was kind of just like, all right, you win, great, you get a little extra, but it's nothing like super valuable in the game. Like you can get it in other places. But now we are gating this resource by Territory Wars exclusively. That's a much bigger conversation to have when it is literally the top end game resource in the game. This is the only place you can get it unless you're spending $150 on it.
At the moment, they did say they're going to bring it into other areas. To be fair, at some point.
Yeah, but when? I mean, I don't know. I just it kind of gets me a little hot right now because I really, really have a problem with the way they're doing this, given the fact that matchmaking is still the big issue that it is right now.
Yeah,
so if they
100%.
could fix matchmaking, then I might feel differently about it. But
yeah, and that's the ideal solution here. I believe that. I think that we don't want to adjust the rewards, but if we can't fix it, then I think you need to. But the ideal solution is to certainly get it to the point where the matchmaking is improved and a lot more balanced. You take the GP into account, take in the matchups, take in the Galactic Legends on each guild. I don't know what the system is at the moment. Whatever it is still not quite right. We don't know and we never will.
Yeah.
Because that's just none of our business. But I think that we all agree that at the moment it's still way too inconsistent. And the top guilds are still obviously fine because they're all still matching up against a lot of those up there in what they call the gauntlet. That hasn't changed too much at this point in time.
Yeah.
But
they're never gonna. They're not gonna complain. I don't think.
I don't think they can make changes up there. To be fair, otherwise you're gonna have the same people, same 2 people hitting each other each time. It's dumb. So I don't think you can really change it at the top 20 to 25. But any lower than that, and of course down to mid and lower tier GP guilds, definitely they need to put some more love into that and really make some changes that are going to make a difference because it's not quite right yet. And let's be clear, I'm not bagging you guys out. We love you guys at CG and you do an amazing job. I'm not sitting here pot-shotting you. It's a problem.
I'll take shots.
You take a shot, but it's an obvious problem. And it's something now more than ever with the reward structure that's attached to it, it needs to be looked at again. That's all I'm saying. If it can. Straight up.
Now, here's one thing I will say as well, is in the road ahead, they acknowledge that it may be a multi-tier approach to the matchmaking for Territory Wars. So I expect to see adjustments here. But their whole promise with the reward structure is we need to make the matchmaking fair. Okay? It's not fair. So we need to see adjustments, period.
Yep. There we go. Straight up. You heard it first. Let us know what you guys think. I know that we're going to get inundated with matchmaking fails in the comments below. I know that that's going to happen, but give us reasonable reasons for it, guys. And again, let us know what you want fixed and what needs to be done to fix the matchmaking. I know that it's not a fun topic to talk about, but it's damn important right now to the game. I'm not going to lie. Let's move on to the next topic, Cubs, and let's talk about teams that we would like to see improved. And I came to this topic doing conquests at the moment and going up against a Phoenix team that takes 150 million turns before you get one. Now, I don't know about you, but I would love to see my Phoenix team that I have sitting in my roster right now take a heck of a lot more turns than it currently does. I'm not saying as many as that, but I'd like it improved to have that little bit more viability. I don't know about you, but are there any other teams out there, Cubs, that you could think of off the top of your head that could get the little bit of the conquest buff treatment that could go into our roster? Because I'd love to see buffed up Phoenix a lot better. That's just my thoughts straight off the bat.
Yeah, it'd be really nice to see a lot of these teams get kind of buffed up, and we don't necessarily need to take them into the meta or even take them into commonly used Grand Arena teams necessarily, but giving them like actual use in the game, I in my opinion, would be super valuable to do. So Phoenix is definitely one of those for me. Ewoks and Jawas are very high on my list
Ooh,
of
yes.
teams that I'd really like to see there. I mean, we think about the pure joy, the pure unadulterated joy that comes from a nice Utini bomb when you can take a team out
So good.
with that. But it's so difficult to do if you're under geared or it's such a low banner thing. Like there's and so situational, right? Like imagine if Jawas actually had some legitimate value in this game beyond that. It would just be so fun. So yeah, I would love to see Jawas and then Ewoks as well. I mean, who doesn't love a little yub nub action in their life? And Ewoks, I mean, they've kind of flirted with actual value in the game over time. They've never really ascended to a place where it's like, okay, there's value in farming these guys for this use or for this use. So we just haven't quite seen that yet.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I'm one of those people that does have my Jawas pretty high relicked. I'm not going to lie. And they do the work. They do the work. I'm not going to lie.
Well.
But idiot. Yes, I'm an idiot. But I enjoy them. They're fun. When they work, they're amazing. But the problem is that they just need that little bit more tankiness, a little bit more survivability.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah.
And they'd be just that little bit more brutal. I'm not going to lie. Murder Bears, not a lot of people really have touched them since they've unlocked 3PO. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
And I think that from a revenue point of view, CG, ching, 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 that having those buffed up, that would actually be a pretty fun investment that a lot of people, I'm sure, would really, really like to do. And especially if it had that little bit more direct anti-Empire synergy. That could be really, really fun because we know how hard they wreck those stormtroopers. So that could be something that could be pretty cool given the opportunity. Definitely.
Isn't that something that's missing from the game? Just the passion project, having value for going after something just because you like it. It feels like anymore all we get to farm right now is GL requirements.
I've been saying this for a while. I mean, with the way I play the game, I have a lot more flexibility to do those passion projects. A lot of other people do not. I'm certainly fortunate, and I am doing Murder Bears actually right now on the back burner.
Yeah.
I've been doing Lord Vader, and I've got my requirements. I've got stuff ready to go for Maul, all my gear, but I have my Murder Bears sitting there on the favorites list, ready to take up the relics, given the opportunity, because it's just something I want to do. It really is. So don't hate me for it. But I think that everyone has the same account. Everyone has the same characters. They have them all relics because you need them for Galactic Legends. And I think having something else in your account that shakes things up a bit and actually sometimes can bring a team on defense that you're not used to using a counter for, you can slip up too sometimes, to be fair. I think that definitely passion projects need to come back. You've got to give them a reason for people to invest in them. I think that's the trick.
I don't think they will, but I can dream. I think that they're pretty set on this GL formula, and I mean, if you're not able to whale on a pretty intense level, like you just will perpetually be farming GLs, unless you willfully decide not to farm GLs. But that's, I don't know. It feels like kind of a stupid thing to do right now.
Yeah, it's not the smartest thing to do, but then again, everyone plays this game differently, to be fair. So, you know, if you're inclined to do it, and if you want to go for a passion project, just go for it. Yeah. Even on a slow farm, it doesn't need to be full 100% active. Just if you get a piece of gear that's not needed in what you're farming at the moment, you know, drop it on those bad boys, because you can. You know, that I'd always recommend that, but that's just my opinion. And I play this game different to a lot of other people, Cubs, so it's hard for me to instruct people on what they should do with their account, to be fair. But let us know in the comments below what other teams you want buffed or other characters you want buffed as well, because I think it's a really, really cool idea and a cool concept for some passion projects. I think that, one day, hopefully, we'll get the passion projects back. And I think we definitely need it. Viewer's choice question, Cubs. Yes. We're going to finish with a pretty cool one today. A little bit obscure, but I do like it. This comes from Yeldab today. And this one actually is pretty fun. The question is this, Cubs. Will CG bring in any characters in future from the Visions series?
Yeah, so I actually, Crumb came on my stream on Friday just to kind of give a quick shout out to their charity stream that they're doing on Saturday.
Yeah, did a great job, guys. Well done. Yes.
Yeah, I love that they do that. And we talked briefly about this, and I mean, he didn't say we are going to put Visions characters in the game, or we aren't going to. He didn't confirm either way. But kind of the way that you guys would have to go back and watch the stream and play. Kind of the way that was discussed, it definitely seemed like it's not on the table right now.
Mm-hmm.
So
yep,
I think it's a miss, but it just doesn't seem like there's enough appeal there for them to do that. Plus, maybe the timing, they're getting ready for Book of Boba Fett hype and that kind of thing. So it just does not seem to me like something that I would count on coming to the game. I would love if they did.
I think it'd be great. I think in time, if we actually got a spin-off of one of those stories, like in its own series,
like the Ninth Jedi, please, yes, thank you. Okay,
if we get a separate storyline, I think that yes, we could definitely see a character coming in at that point. Yeah. But yeah, with the randomness of all the different storylines in Visions that we had so far, I think it makes it really difficult to select a character or two to chuck in there. But yeah, if they actually had a spin-off series. I think that, yeah, that would definitely be a possibility, but we'll just have to wait and see. But let us know, guys, again, in the comments below, which one from Visions, if you watched it, which character would you like to come into the game? I reckon that's a pretty cool little conversation. I really do. So, Carbs, always is a pleasure, mate. Thank you so much. It's been great. You'll be streaming GSC's back 3v3. Let's get after it. Good luck with your conquest. I hope you get to the end there. Get it all done, guys. Hope you get the crate, get the rewards. I have a feeling it's going to be a bit easier in future. I'm not going to lie. So we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, I'm really, really excited on what's still coming. And Cubs, have a great week, my friend. We'll have a good GSC. Good luck to everyone out there. We'll see you on the flip side.
All right. See you, fam.
Love you guys. Bye. Mwah.